BYD has announced its UK pricing and specification for its new Sealion 7 SUV, and it's clear it's gunning for Tesla's crown. So in this video, we're going to take a deep dive look at the Sealion 7, see how it stacks up against the Model Y, and see if BYD's newcomer can officially dethrone the EV king. I first saw this car in Paris back in October this year, but now we've got details relating to our market complete with the steering wheel put on the correct side. So let's kick things off with pricing. We're already aware of Tesla's Model Y's lineup with the rear-wheel drive, the long-range all-wheel drive and performance all-wheel drive models making up their range, with pricing starting from $44,990 for the rear-wheel drive, $50,990 for the long range, and $59,990 for the performance. The BYD also comes in with 3 trim levels, with the entry level being a rear-wheel drive and the 2 top trims being all-wheel drive. And they are Comfort, Design and Excellence, with the Comfort coming in at the same price of $44,990 as the Tesla. However, when you move up to Design and Excellence, that's when we start to see some changes. With the Design coming in at $49,290, it slightly undercuts the long-range Tesla, and the Excellence coming in at $57,290, undercutting the performance all-wheel drive of the Tesla as well. At the base level, the Comfort rear-wheel drive and the rear-wheel drive Model Y both come in at $44,990. But when you actually take a look at what you get on the Sealion 7, you could argue you're getting more for your money, with the likes of a 15.6-inch rotating display and a luxury interior as standard. Whereas with the Model Y, it's relying more on its ecosystem and its software for its value proposition. On the higher trim levels, the Sealion 7 starts to undercut the Model Y, with the Excellence all-wheel drive coming in at $57,290, meaning it's over $2,500 less than the equivalent Model Y, despite offering comparable acceleration, range, and luxury features. Both cars offer impressive performance, but let's compare the numbers. The Sealion 7 Comfort rear-wheel drive, the entry-level model, delivers 230 kilowatts of power and reaches 0 to 62 miles an hour in 6.7 seconds. The Design and Excellence all-wheel drive step things up, with dual motors producing a combined 390 kilowatts of power, and they hit 0 to 62 in just 4.5 seconds. However, the Tesla lineup is a little bit different. The rear-wheel drive model, which matches that of the Comfort rear-wheel drive, is a little bit faster to 60 at 5.7 seconds. The long-range all-wheel drive does it in 4.8 compared to 4.5 of the BYD. However, the performance all-wheel drive kind of sits as a bit of an outlier here, as this edges out the Sealion 7 with a blistering 3.5 seconds 0 to 60 sprint. It's a case of, with BYD, they're not looking to offer a comparable product to the performance. Range is probably just as important, if not more important, than acceleration, however, and this is where things start to get interesting. The Sealion 7 Excellence all-wheel drive offers the longest WLTP range at 312 miles. The Comfort rear-wheel drive is close behind with 300 miles, while the Design all-wheel drive achieves 283 miles. The Model Y, however, achieves 283 miles for the rear-wheel drive trim, 331 miles for the long range, and 319 for the performance. It does look really interesting. At the low end, you can say that the BYD does have the Tesla B, but as you move up into the higher trim levels, then it's clear that Tesla has slightly more range than the BYD. But then the BYD is slightly cheaper than the Tesla. But when you look at the figures, you could say that actually there's not really a lot in it, and I think the way you drive the car is probably going to have more of a factor. Charging speeds is another big consideration. The BYD Sealion 7's Blade battery allows ultra-fast DC charging. The Excellence all-wheel drive charges from 10 to 80% in just 24 minutes, up to 230 kilowatts. The Comfort and Design trims, however, achieve the same in 32 minutes thanks to 150 kilowatts of DC charging. The Tesla Model Y supports up to 250 kilowatts on its supercharger network, meaning it is slightly faster in ideal conditions. However, BYD's charging times are more than respectable, especially considering the Sealion 7 doesn't rely on any proprietary network, giving you more flexibility. That, and you can use Tesla's supercharger network anyway, even if you're not getting the ultra fast speeds that they get of their own cars. Inside, both cars aim for a minimalist, tech-forward interior, but they do take different approaches. The Sealion 7's standout feature is its 15.6-inch rotatable touchscreen, which can switch between portrait and landscape mode. This is something Tesla doesn't offer, as the Model Y sticks to a fixed horizontal display. The BYD also includes a 10.25-inch digital driver's display, while Tesla relies on its central screen for nearly all functions. Other Sealion 7 features include heated and ventilated front seats, standard on all trim levels. On the Excellence all-wheel drive model, you get a premium Dyna audio sound system. And there's also the option of a panoramic sunroof and over 20 storage compartments. Tesla's Model Y offers a simpler cabin layout with fewer physical buttons, but it excels in its integration with the Tesla software, including features such as autopilot and over-the-air updates. However, for sheer luxury and user-friendly touches, the Sealion edges ahead with its more tactile features. Safety, meanwhile, is a priority for both brands. The BYD Sealion 7 features the Pilot 10 suite, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, and a 360-degree camera system. It also offers 11 airbags for added cabin protection. Tesla's autopilot system is more advanced in terms of driver assistance, with optional upgrades for self-driving capability. If anonymous tech is high up on your list, Tesla still leads here. The Sealion 7 embraces BYD's Ocean Series design language with a sporty fastback profile and elegant details like the full-width rear light bar and flush door handles. It's both bold and modern, standing out with its dynamic SUV styling. The Model Y, however, opts for a more streamlined, understated look. While not as flashy, Tesla's design is practical and aerodynamic, contributing to its slightly longer range. So there you have it. Both cars bring a lot to the table. The Tesla has a slight advantage in terms of its range on its long range version and performance with its performance model, but the BYD arguably fights back with a more competitive price, comparable range and acceleration, but arguably also has a more luxurious and more tactile interior. But what do you think? Why don't you let me know down in the comments below? Would you go for the BYD, or do you prefer the Tesla, or do you just want to have a vent about EVs as you usually do? Just let it all out down there. And of course, if you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, then I really appreciate it if you hit that like button. And if you want to see more automotive content, then be sure to click subscribe and click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I load up new content. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching. My name is Max. This is Max Talks, and I'll see you on the next one.